guys, welcome back to another one of our Tech Talk videos. Today we're going to discuss a topic that we get a lot of questions about, and it's actually one of the first things that you should consider, and that is which kiteboard is right for me, or in a different question, what kind of kiteboards are there available? So this one I'm going to explain a little bit roughly in this video, and then in future videos we're going to talk a little bit deeper into the different aspects that make a kiteboard behave a certain way. At Apple Tree Surfboards we also have a kiteboard finder on our website that's just out, where you can use that to find the basic model that would be right for you. So you fill in your weight, your ability, the kind of waves you ride, the kind of wind speeds you generally tend to have at your spot, and then it gives you a ranking of different boards that would suit you. So I think what we usually do is we roughly divide the boards into three categories. Number one is the pure wave shapes. I've got one here. This is a Clockhouse surfboard. To start with the pure wave shape, what makes it a pure wave shape? Well, you can usually kind of tell by how the board looks. It's a bit of a normal surfing surfboard design, so it's got a more rounded outline. So outline is really one of the important parts that make a board. So a rounded outline usually makes the board more maneuverable, a little bit more carvy. You lose a little bit of upwind ability, but it makes the board behave like a normal surfboard. Now in this case we've got a squash tail, which is very reactive, and it's good for medium-sized to bigger sort of surf on a kite. If you want to go bigger, usually advise to go to more of a pintail shape with a thinner profile that will give you a bit more grip when you go upwind. Usually the boards are full length, like this one is a 5/8, which would be very small for me for normal surfing, but it's actually quite good for kite surfing because you don't need the length and the volume because you don't have to paddle with a kite. It's full length, gives you a nicer rounded feel on the waves. The nose prevents the board from diving too much on steeper surf, and it's a really nice balanced on-route feel. Like this board has got like a simple single concave, actually kind of a basic surfboard design that's just really nice and balanced. Pure freestyle shape. Now a pure freestyle shape is usually much shorter, like this one is a 411. It's really short. Why is it short? Because if you want to do rotations in the air, you need this shorter board because it spins easier. The longer board will have a lot of swing weights, which is very hard for freestyle. Now, pure freestyle boards, this board might look like a sort of perfect beginner board because it looks very much like your twin tip, but actually it's not. Because this board has got quite a lot of rocker. If you can see, it's got quite a lot of rocker. Now, rocker is the curve of a surfboard. I'm gonna go deeper into rocker in kiteboards in another video. But just to tell you, rocker, if you've got a lot of rocker, the board will become really twitchy and sort of nervous. But that's what the good freestyle guys like, because they can pop off the wave or off the surface of the water really easy and get into those spin maneuvers. Stable platform to land on, and then construction-wise, usually constructed a little bit stronger so you can have those heavy landings without worrying about the board breaking. On the pure wave boards, we usually go for a little lighter construction to give the board a little bit more flex and a bit more liveliness, which is not so necessary in a freestyle board. Also, the freestyle boards, we produce a lot of them in full carbon, so they're ultra light and they're really easy to jump with again. Okay, and then we come to the final category, which is by far the biggest category in the boards that we do, and we'll just call it hybrid shapes. Now, hybrid shapes are anything in between the pure freestyle and the pure wave model. So you can imagine that most people tend to lean toward a hybrid shape because it's just a nice all-round kind of board. There's not a lot of people who want to do pure freestyle because we all want to have little waves to play with. And there's also not a whole lot of people that want to do pure wave because jumping is fun and it's good if you can see a little ramp, you have a board you can do the jump with. So the freestyle boards are, in characteristics, they're really in between. So usually the rocker is a bit flatter, they are semi-compact, Like this Malus Domestica has got the sort of nose chopped off, so it's got a rounder nose, so you can ride this a lot smaller than the pure wakeboard. In this case, this is a 5.2, which would be around my size, or 5.3 I would normally ride. It's a wider profile, so it helps with landing, but it also helps with speed generation, so it's a really fast board. Usually the boards are a bit flatter in rocker, especially this one with the crazy concave. You can check that video, I'll link it in the description on the where we explain everything about the Malus Domestica. But this board is really good upwind. It's a really nice, like, it tracks upwind because of the flatter rocker, and then it's got a bit more rocker in the tail, so it's looser. It's more all round. It's got the 5-fin configuration, so you can either mount 4 or 3 fins. We also have a video on what to use fin wise and when. So it's much more all-round kind of shape. So most of the boards, like the Malus Domestica, but also an Apollino, which we have here, a Clockhouse Gnosis, which we have, are all considered sort of hybrid in between shapes, which all have their little category within the hybrid shapes. We'll go into more detail in other videos. So I hope this video has been informative for you to have a sort of an idea on what kind of board you're looking for, not only in our range, but in kiteboards in general, because most brands will have these different sort of categories in their range. And then now you know sort of what to look for also when you're in a shop. Make sure to check our kiteboard finder on our website, appletreesurfboards.com. It's a really good starting point. You just fill in your details, fill in what you want to ride, and it will give you some options and it'll give you a broad idea of what to look for in your next board. And then you can go into more detail, check the board videos of our separate models, and decide what's really best for you. Okay, thanks. That's it for now. See you next time. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and I'll be back in another couple of weeks with more detailed Tech Talk videos.